doesn't get any shorter, that intro, does it?
I love that intro.
It's an epic tale.
Tale of adventure, gruesome doings by 4 blokes. Wargaming on the YouTube. So welcome to episode 38, I think it is, of season 2 of the Plastic Crack podcast. It's me, Dom, from Boots on the Table, as you probably know because you're watching this on my channel, hopefully. Above me, we got Ken, the new railway nut. From, what do you call it? You can't call it Miniature War Games Warriors if you're doing trains.
Miniaturetrains.co.uk. No.
Yeah, we'll work that one out in a bit. Over there, sorry, is Steve from On Point HQ. And up in the corner is the maestro, Martin from Seventh Son. Of course,
hello.
He knows everybody. So welcome. Lots of really early visitors. Again, I couldn't believe how alive the chat was. I think it's because I put it down to the fact that nobody can do anything on Instagram, WhatsApp, or Facebook tonight, so they got nothing better to do than to come and watch this shit, which is kind of good. So the world's come to an end.
So my plan worked then.
So who have we got here? We got Carl. We got Corey. Actually, Carl gets the vote for the gets the award for the first person on at 7:08. Well done, Carl. Well done. He said the same thing. Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp are all down. Probably had nothing better to do, so that's why he's on. Corey. We've got Gary. Bill's here. Bill wants to know whether we're doing any IKEA adverts. I don't know. Ken, are you planning any IKEA adverts or anything tonight?
No, I've got an IKEA table for sale.
It's so good, he's getting rid of it.
There we go. Lazy Pirate Painting, Lionheart, David Barker. Got Shakers and Sprues. Leslie's here. Ham and Jam. I said Shakers and Sprues. I'm getting error messages because Facebook's trying to kill itself. John Crome.
Oh yeah, let me. I'll show that. Don't worry about it.
Facebook's having a crack at us. It's threatening.
What's it? It's saying it says something about there's an error message or something.
I sorted it. Don't worry.
You sorted it. Have you? Good.
Yeah.
All right. Oh God, I've lost where I'm now. Got Battle Mats, Jim, Enemy in Sight, Evil Jim Reaper, who is our sponsor tonight, as usual, from reapergames.co.uk. Thanks, Jim. And reminder, unlike somebody last week, apparently, who didn't thank all the people watching on replay.
Martin was very smuggy about that once we finished.
He was very smuggy about that. Quite rightly so, to be fair.
He was he's like, I've been waiting months for that.
Cat Rogers 70 says, wondering how everyone's coping with the social media meltdown. I know. Good.
Bloody lovely.
It's brilliant. Funny enough, my daughter's down at university in Portsmouth, and I pinged her on, sent her a text. I said, "Oh, sorry, I haven't been ignoring you this afternoon because usually we talk in the afternoon." And she said, "Oh, I wonder why I wasn't getting any messages through. She hadn't even noticed." Chris Richards, Ricky, Shring 7, Joshua's here. David, hi, Grand Perego. Paul's Painting Shed.
You sounded like Dr. Zoidberg from Futurama then when you did that.
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't even know the reference.
Yeah.
Andrew, if you say it quickly enough, then it sounds right. That's my principle.
Yeah.
Andrew, hi, Andrew. Friends of General Haig, Luke, Battle Knights, Torbjorn. I can't say that one at all. From Sweden. Another one for the chart. Torbjorn from Sweden, so that's good. We've got Ben from Tennessee. Carla is here. Drew is here. Phil is here. Old school is here. Alid is here. Steve Harbour is here. Oh my God, it's getting longer. Benjamin here. Have I done everybody?
I reckon they do this on purpose every week. They're like,
I think so. They all come in just to really catch us out.
We'll just type one comment at the start, and then we'll just go.
You know what? I can never work out. Whenever I'm doing this, I always get the very last comment that comes in is from Travis. He always comes in at the very bottom.
He always waits, doesn't he?
He does. Literally,
I think
fashionably late.
Fashionably late. I was just about to say that.
Yeah. Oh, and we got a viewer from Belgium. Hi, Christoph.
Oh, nice.
Nice to see you. I don't think we've had any Belgians on yet. That I'm aware of anyway. Nobody's admitted to.
That's pretty cool.
So there we go. So really, really exciting. Pleased to be back. Yes, I was out last week. Having a nice little break up in Shropshire. Very, very relaxing and very enjoyable.
You like it out there, Dom, don't you?
I love it up there, mate. It's one of my favourite places in the world. Absolutely love it. And if I can persuade Mrs. C to move up there, then we'll move up there at some point. But I'm not sure what the wargaming scene's like. I know there's a good one in Shrewsbury, which isn't too far away. So anyway, we'll see. Anyway, chaps, what have you been up to? Anything exciting? Martin, oh, no, I won't start with you because you're just drinking. Ken, what have you been up to this week, mate?
I'm on call, so not much. I've been out. So, yeah, I've been out all the time. To be fair, this is the first time I picked a paintbrush up in a week. Which is really nice and chilling because I actually haven't been called out. But to be fair, I've you know what I'm like. You know what I'm like when I get going. I start start new things. But let me just.
Didn't you say that? Oh, hang on, we've lost him.
No, you haven't. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back.
But now he's Steve.
He's Steve.
No, he's Steve.
I'm Dom.
Oh my God, what's going on?
I've screwed it up.
It's
all my fault.
Yeah, you go. What are you doing?
There you go. It's professional. Only in the plastic.
The same
yeah, I know. I just.
So yeah.
Okay, before I went away, you said something about I'm going to do a Dom and do 300. Was it 300?
Yeah,
200 French. How did that?
Yeah,
go?
And then I forgot that I was on call.
Then you forgot you're not Dom.
Yeah, and plus I'm not Dom. That is always another thing. I'm not Dom, and it's very painful. To be fair, at the minute I've got Austrians and I have French in front of me. The Austrians are nearly finished actually, and the French are nearly. French just need the white, but I'm waiting to finish them off because I want to just get the Austrians to the same sort of place. So it's one of them. Yes. Yeah. Cool. Right. So let me just share my screen.
There's a hell of a lot of pictures on there. So.
Yeah, I know.
I showing screens now.
I just tried uploading something and it said you've actually reached your file limit. I didn't even know we had a file limit.
No, I didn't know we had either. In fact, I even deleted a couple of things to make sure we had some space to put stuff up there. So
right. So, Jesus Christ, no, we don't want that.
Doing, Ken?
That's what we want. There you go. So I've been planning train tracks out. That's what I've been doing all week because I've only. This is the new room that I've got. So it's 9 foot by 5 foot. And if people are wondering what the red square, the red rectangle is, that is my hobby desk. So that'll be where
that's bed where Laura's going to make him sleep. Because
yes. So this is my IKEA hobby desk that I've got at the moment. And I want it against the wall, but the trains are going to run underneath the desk between my legs and the desk. I've worked it out and it will fit. So I'm rather happy, but that's what I'm getting at the minute. But I've been doing that. So yes, that's me. I'm waiting for the comments to start.
I don't know what to say really. Carl says, is a new project Train Wars? Yeah, probably.
Yeah. It's an extremely slow project that's going to take me like 5 years to do. So yes,
a bit like me painting French Napoleonic.
I think if I can get a train set built and moved in a house before you finish that battalion, that will shock me. I think
I won't be finishing that battalion ever.
Oh, don't, Steve. Well, sell it to me and let me finish it because the incompletion is really driving me nuts.
I like that. For me, it's inspiration about why never to ever paint French Napoleonics ever again. I just look at them and think, bugger that. No.
I like it.
Oh, I like Marky Sparky. Surely you need better access to your video yard. Yes, Mark, because guess what? Because the engineer in me thinks about this, the table, the section underneath is going to be on...
Right, let's move on. Steve, what have you been up to, mate?
Have you muted
it?
Evil man. Just jealous.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Go for it.
What in holy hell's a fiddle yard?
Well, it does sound a bit dodgy, doesn't it? No, basically, it's an unseen part of a layout. It's unseen. It's basically loads of tracks, so you can get as many tracks on it, and you can have trains set up ready to go, so you don't have to take them on and off your main layout. So you can just like enter them into the scenic part.
Right.
Yeah. So you can change trains on the same line.
That's my curiosity fully satisfied.
There you go.
It's train 101.
Now Google fiddle yard and
I'd rather
make
not.
sure safe search is on.
Probably not a good idea.
No.
Steve, what you been up to, mate? You've been busy doing something wargaming related, or not?
Well, aside from poisoning myself with prawn curries, I've
yes.
I've been painting women again.
Do you want to impart your wisdom knowledge from the weekend about curry? Yeah.
Quick culinary advice from Steve: never, ever, ever take the prawns out of a prawn curry and replace it with chicken when you're allergic to prawns. It generally ends in it doesn't work. No. So no. I won't be doing that again. It does curtail one's hobby time somewhat when your guts are going for about 14 hours. So I wouldn't recommend it.
This is going to be in our soon-to-be released book of advice, according to the PCP, and we do it. You get one of those calendars per, you rip off for every day. Varnish your never varnish your models in minus degrees. Don't ever take the prawns out and replace with chicken.
No.
There's just so many opportunities for little sneak things like Steve's culinary thing of the week. I keep needing. I'm gonna have to do things like this so we can just click it when it comes up.
You're gonna have to get some more space if you're gonna do that. We're already using up all our space with all the videos we've got, mate.
While I was laid out with the with the prawniness, I did play an ungodly amount of Xbox Golf.
I still can't get over that one.
I'll take the prawns out. I'll take the prawns out, but I'm still allergic to them.
I also wasn't thinking straight. Anyway, what have I been doing? I've been painting more Necromunda.
Oh, nice, man. Oh, that's really cool. I love the green on that, Steve, on the breastplate. That green's really nice.
It's because I don't know whether this says a lot about my psychology, but I was going to put them all in German uniforms.
Please do. That would be great.
So they're in field grey. But this is the heavy weapons chemical thrower type person.
Is that field grey?
Yeah.
Which one? Vallejo?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Vallejo. Oh man, that's actually. Why have you done that though? That's so neat. What are you highlighted with?
It's field grey, and then it's Athonian camo shade.
And
then the highlights are German field grey with Iraqi sand.
Oh yeah, that's what's done it. I wondered how you got it darker. That's what I was thinking. It
works a lot better than with Agrax. But I am really chuffed with these.
They're really nice. They're really nice, Steve. They are really cool.
And I'm painting them one at a time and not drowning them with Agrax. But no, this week has been a bit of a Games Workshop week, and I put the blame solely at Travis's feet because of his one-page rules video he did. I spent a couple of nights digging out all my 40k stuff, so I've got 2 armies for that. I'm going to be playing that soon, but I don't know whether I might repaint them because some of my Space Marine stuff's 20 years old, so I don't know whether to just leave it as it is or rebase it. But my Imperial Guard, I'm going to use them as well. So yeah, I did build some bolt action stuff to it. It hasn't all been 40k related this week. I want to build some. I was making plague masks out of green stuff.
Oh, nice, dude.
For my Turnip 28, because I'm going to get into that eventually, but. It's been quite a productive week.
Good tip from Lionheart for you, Steve. You should replace prawns with cork. Much safer.
It is. I can imagine. The daft thing is, like I said before, though, I like prawns. I love prawns. They just don't like me very much. Yeah.
You like scallops as well, don't you?
Oh, prawns, scallops, just anything like that. Just really nice. Unfortunately, it kicks the living snot out of me.
I can tell you something, Steve. I might have to have a prawn curry now when we go with the PCPs.
You're not coming in our room if that's the case. When we have our evening the night before, when we're sorting everything out, if you're eating a curry, you're sitting out in the hall.
Oh, it's lovely curry.
Definitely. What about you, Martin? What have you been up to?
I've had a very busy week, hobby-wise, actually. So, hang on, I need to find my section in the thousands of photos. So, painting-wise, I've been on a bit of an ECW thing. because I did those Crusaders, and the whole point was I was meant to do those after I finished my ECW, but what happened was I bought them and then started them because
why not?
That's what you do. That's what you do. And I got more stuff turning up from like 3 or 4 different shops. That reminds me, Carl, I need to speak to you, mate. I got on with my ECW, so I've painted up my the last cannon out of my stash of cannons. So
yeah, quite a few, didn't you, mine?
That's a Culverin. And
Nice.
I really do like these, but again, it just keeps on making me think, because it's the Warlord Games one. I think it's a great set. You get the emplacements, you get the resin bases, you get all the crew. Why don't they do a Napoleonic one? I don't understand why you just wouldn't release a battery, like a 3-gun battery. Don't get it. I think they're missing out. But that was a lot of fun. I really like. That's my favourite. The guy who's drinking out the water skin.
Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant.
I think he's ace. And it took me ages to work out. And I don't know if it's just maybe I am just being a bit thick. But the guy who's got the sight and he's putting it on the gun to like sight it in, like with the elevation. Yes. I had to actually Google like what these things look like, and then I started having one of those sort of crisis moments going, what cut? So I just did it brass because there was only different colors, and so that was a lot of fun. And then they come with these, which is the Master Engineer and a Sentinel for him.
Oh, that's fantastic! I love that.
So I used one of the
he's Warlord again.
Yeah, it's all in the Warlord set. So I don't know what he does. I guess you could create some kind of rules for him where maybe they don't misfire. Well, I don't know. Maybe they reload. I don't know. He shouts at them because it's pike and shot, but he looks like he should be on like I know the armor is obviously right, but he just looks like he
looks like something Steve would have weeds coming out of his armor.
He does, doesn't he? He looks wicked. He looks cool. But I really like the Sentinel behind him with the really long rifle. It's quite cool. So I used one of the Gabions from Renedra to tie the base in with everything else. And then I finished another wing of Musketeers for Bard's Regiment. So they're all bicorn. And they're a lot of... and they're just very, very nice figures. But which is why there's not as many of them as, say, the Warlord ones, because they're a little bit dearer. But I kind of wanted Bard's Regiment. From what I read about it, they had supply issues. So I thought, in my head, I was like, yes, well, if there's less of them when I spread them out, then they look a bit more ragtag. Which means I've now finished Bard's Regiment. And that's the completed regiment altogether, which was...
sweet.
It's fun, and yes, those are the pikes that continually
hurt. Oh yes,
they hurt.
The stabby with real blood effects.
They do. They hurt. They hurt a lot. Hang on a second. I did another one just so you can see the banners. So yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. So they're the models that I completed this week.
Nice.
A lot of fun, and then I've had technically 4 games this week.
Wow.
So we did Muskets and Tomahawks during the week in our little... basically, is it a club now? There's 5 of us, technically.
Yeah, that's a club.
That's a club. So it's all around my mate Kev, who you can see up there on the right, who... so we're playing French. I was... me and our mate Luke were playing as the French Canadians against the British, and we got slaughtered. You can see our forces. We had to get past. Our objective was to get off the other side of the board. Their objective was to take the 2 objective markers in the middle. So it's like, hang on a minute, this isn't gonna. So, but he's that's one of Kev's custom boards. He loves making those. So that's a 3x3 he's made there, or 3x4. So we've got some room for dice now. But he's got so many boards now. I think he can put them together to make about like an 8x4 in all sorts of weird, wonderful combinations. But that was a lot of fun. I do like Muskets and Tomahawks, and we introduced somebody new to it, who I think now is going to go and get some. And then my brother-in-law was round and had 3 games of Dead Man's Hand.
Oh, nice.
So those are all filmed as well. Although they're not like huge games, so I might just put them out as mini battle reports, because literally one of them will probably take about 6 minutes, because that's how quick that's how quick it was on with the
somebody's dicing was either very, very good or very, very bad.
Yeah. So I don't know what people think about that, or maybe I'll do the 2 shorter ones as one and then do the long one as separate. But no, I again just reiterates how much I love that game. But it was my little one's birthday. And we went to Audley End, where they have a miniature railway.
Yay!
Look, there you go. There you go. Oh, there you go, Ken. There you go. Look, there you go.
There's Ken at the
there
back there. You can see him.
There you go.
Ken approves.
No,
Ken very much approves. It's a narrow gauge.
It is a narrow gauge, and it's a half an hour long train journey. It's like a mile and a half long.
Do you know they still have to abide by all rules? It's great. So if you come across, it's so good.
Can I mute him again, please?
But the reason I'm including this is I was actually so there was it is slightly related to modelling. So once you get off the train, there was a fairy hunt for my daughters, right? And you get to be fair, I've been to these things before, and sometimes they just print off like a picture, nail it to a tree, and they're like, "Have you found the fairy?" No, these guys, they went to some effort. So you got off, and there was a woman dressed as a fairy, told the kids, you've got to find them, gave them a list. And then we started going around, and they've actually built, look, they've modelled, the branch has been modelled. Like, they've actually got, I asked how they made, there's a cobbler fairy who was making little shoes. They'd use green stuff, fabulous. I can tell. And look, this branch, they've actually put a rope bridge, and all I could look at this is think, I just want to play Burrows and Badgers on it.
I was going to say that's just Burrows and Badgers.
So these were all over the place, and they had in the roots of the trees, they had LEDs where the gnomes were mining little crystals for the dragons. So my eldest daughter was like, "Oh, we're going to find all this." So yeah, I was actually really, really impressed, and I just thought that's well cool, and just made me think of things I want to do for Burrows and Badgers. So there we go. That was. There you go. So that was my
awesome.
Dom, if we send you off on a miniature railway to collect things on a treasure hunt, do you reckon it'll inspire you to want to play with badgers? Actually, that sounds really bad. I meant play Burrows.
Play with badgers. Well,
okay. Apparently, that thing is a blast mask that the guy is wearing.
Mask. Apparently, we were very ignorant. Apparently, for not knowing that. I don't know. I've never seen it before. Brilliant. So funny you should say that, Steve. I was gonna, because everyone's done their bit, haven't they? I'm gonna do my bit now because this section should definitely be called Blaine Steve.
Oh, okay.
Because
I don't get the blame. Hey! Dom.
The one at the end on the right. Oh,
that's like the Countess woman, isn't it? She's got like a sniper. It's a cat with a sniper rifle.
Oh,
it is. There she is.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh,
Dom, hang on, Dom. Those eyes are awesome. Did you do those eyes?
Yeah, I've done them all, mate.
Wow.
There's the otter. Is he an otter? I think he's an otter.
Yeah, that's an otter. Yeah, that's the. Oh, he's
the rabbit
in the game.
Rabbit with the red eyes.
Oh, I thought. If you painted Exeter's livery on him, come on, that's the right colours.
Got the old birdie there. But this
that's
fellow's
amazing.
There's the hound.
Dom, is that just you in dog form?
It is me. Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is.
Oh, dearie me.
That's made my day.
Yeah.
So this was entirely down to Steve going on, not last week, because obviously I wasn't around last week, but the week before, talking about how wonderful they were to paint. And I remembered how wonderful they were to paint. And before the show had even finished, I'd already ordered them. And they arrived before I went away. And literally, I painted those in 2 nights. One was very late night, has to be said, to get it finished before I went away on holiday, because they're just so much fun to paint.
They are. I would recommend them to any, even if you're never gonna play them.
I'm not going to play with them.
Just to actually paint them. Like I say, it totally changed my perspective on painting, because I was doing loads of batch painting, and once I painted those, that's why I'm painting these Necromunda ones individually, because I've just I don't know, it forced me to appreciate painting again, to really concentrate on producing nice pieces.
Bring them to crack, please.
Yeah,
please.
I'll bring mine.
Look, the thing is, afterwards, if we run out of time during the day, we're all going to the pub. We only need a pub table. We can use the glasses as cover.
Well,
we can use the peanuts as
I've got 3 more to paint, then I'll bring them as well. How about that?
There you go. Steve, bring yours. It's going to happen in the pub on the pub table.
Yeah,
Dom,
so
you are, sir, you are a superstar.
That's it.
I don't know. It's yes, I am. I'm getting some abuse. I mean, I have to say the reason why Facebook has collapsed is because I took it down, so nobody can report that onto Facebook, obviously, because they'll just yeah. They were. I mean, they are immense fun to paint. I really did enjoy it.
Louis, baby, what's the point? Eat those words,
well,
Dom.
I still maintain what is the point, but the figures are beautiful.
Dom, quick question.
Mm-hmm.
When are you starting your Turnip 28 project?
Yeah, when's that going to start?
I'm not going to say never because we all know what that's worth with me around. But highly unlikely.
I've got something for later on for the news section that I really want to see what Dom's going to make of it because I haven't seen it. I just want to see. I think he'll either be ultra confused or really excited.
Well, I did a bit of sensible stuff as well, so I did this as well.
Oh, nice.
Now, can I ask a question? The start, that's a transfer on the front. Right?
It is a transfer, yeah.
How did you manage to do that so seamlessly over the front? Did you cut it? Or did that come big, or was it actually a half?
It was exactly that size. So
it's that size.
Yeah, it's that size.
What, do you have an issue with getting it over the folds? Do you not put like what's it called?
Microsoft
Microsoft hard coat.
I didn't actually use that because I couldn't find mine, so I just used water. That's just purely with water.
That's just with water. No, I've used Microsoft once, and I just never. And then I don't use transfers that often. Well, I use them the little big men ones, but you don't really need it for them. I didn't buy any certificates, but it's just so nice, and it's made me want to do a World War II vehicle. So I started looking at bloody Conflict, didn't I? Conflict 47, or whatever it's called.
Dom, how did you find that kit? When I built mine, I enjoyed it. It was a really nice kit to put together.
I agree, Steve. I think because I'm not a modeler. I am. So anything really fiddly, I don't like. A bit of the underside of the turret fell off once I started painting, but it didn't seem to influence anything. So it was absolutely brilliant. I had no problem at all. Really enjoyed doing it. I actually took. It was one of the kits. I took a couple of kits away with me, and that was the only one I got around to making up, and I painted it when I came back. So yeah, really nice. At some point, I'll get around to doing an American bolt action army, and that'll be built around that because they're evil little buggers, aren't they?
Yes. Americans, yeah. The move and fire rule. Oh, yes.
Oh, do you know what? That's one of those rules, right? Which I always, when I play bolt action, which isn't loads, but when we play it, I always forget about it, and then it gets played against me, and I just swear because I'm sitting there thinking, they need 6, or they're going to be moving and firing, they're going to need 6 now.
Yeah,
it's great as well because I when I run my US Marines, I absolutely tool them up with I run squads of 13, and I throw in shotguns, SMGs, pistols. As soon as they get within 12 inches, it's just Dice City all over the place.
I'm getting so much abuse in the chat. It's not good. Quite rightly so. To be absolutely honest, I accept it. I bend over and I go yes. I receive it in whatever way. Anyway,
I can't help but feel we should be playing the Pulp Fiction music at this stage.
Okay, so what is the time? It's nearly past. So again, reminder: we're sponsored by Reaper Games, reapergames.co.uk. What it says at the bottom of the screen there. There will be a code later on from our friend Jim to use on his stock. So thank you, Jim. Thank you, everyone else who's been along and spent their money wisely over at Jim's place. So, chaps, before we move on and talk about what I want to talk about this week, there's something we need to address.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, last week.
Serious. That's so serious.
Little matter of a couple of things last week. Do you remember all this?
We're dumbed down.
We had enough of him.
It's finally had enough. We've kicked him off. That's it.
Yeah. I think he was brandishing way too many red and yellow cards last week.
He was there blasting out.
The power has gone to his head, so he's been temporarily orange carded. It's not quite a red, but it's not quite
it's not quite yellow, yeah. Yeah.
Did you fight against him the other day?
No, I didn't. I still haven't fought against him. He doesn't like to fight against me in War of the Roses because I always win.
I smell bullshit.
I'm going to have to say, Dom, you cheated a little bit here. So you've cheated. That second one is not base, so I would say that is not done. So I'm gonna. Dom's not here, but I think he deserves the first yellow card of the night if I can find it.
Oh, yeah. We're starting to yellow card each other's efforts. This is only gonna. I just want it known that I'm no part of this.
No, I don't want to be on the
it's not the
end of Dom's power trip.
It's the on the side there.
No, you could. No, that's fine. You can explain to him next week. That's absolutely fine. Oh, he will. Yeah. He will see it. He'll. He's gone. He's gone. Okay.
Let's just. Should we just kick him out now?
He made me laugh when I'm fucking up this.
Oh my god! I was nearly on the floor wetting myself.
You'd been quiet. I thought you'd been quiet.
Yeah, I had. I was thinking.
Dear. Would anyone like to explain? I'm not sure whether I should be more offended by Ken getting outraged about not basing a vehicle after he gets so offended by anybody else basing it.
Oh, it's a car. It's not a vehicle. Ain't got an engine.
About his outrageous claim that he beats me at Wars of the Roses every time. What a load of bullshit that is. Well, you lot going on about the red cards. Jesus Christ. God.
Oh, we just thought we'd have the Wine Dom up week, so you know you'd probably be listening to it at some point.
So, Dom, how was the 40k tournament?
Yeah, how was it?
Fantastic, mate. Really, really good. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and I took my French Ultramarines along, obviously.
Yes.
Can I ask a question? When you were watching that, were you near your wife, and were you swearing?
I was actually in the pub, and so I actually didn't really give a toss, to be honest. I watched a little bit of it, and then and then I switched off, and then I watched it later. Yeah, all very exciting. Yeah,
we got him.
So we might have to have a discussion about this, young Kenneth, down at if you're coming down to our club the weekend.
Yes.
Right. Anyway, enough of this silliness. Get you back, gits.
Right. Remember, before we carry on,
I'm never not going to come on this show.
Do you think I should tell the other week? It must have been about 4 or 5 weeks ago when the podcast had ended, and I revealed to you guys what my secret project was.
I wonder. Oh yes, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that get said after the show. I wondered where that was going.
Was I there for that? Because I didn't see that one.
Were you not?
Yeah.
No. You were.
I don't remember. Sorry.
But. Do you think I should reveal it to chat?
I think you should have to wait right till the end.
Let's just remind everyone. Get them all to if anyone can guess.
Yes.
Like, this is our chance. If you can guess it, then
Steve will tell you right now. We'll tell you.
There you go. There's a good thing.
If anyone guesses it, maybe we should.
So by the end of tonight's show, the secret project, which I will not be continuing because it drove me into the most ungodly painting coma I've ever been in my entire life, will be revealed before 10 o'clock. So get your.
I honest to God, do not think anyone's going to guess it.
I think we should give them a prize. I think there should be a prize.
I think Drew's got it already.
Ooh, Ceramic Garden Gnomes.
Ceramic Garden Gnomes.
That's on point, if you ask me.
No, and I made.
I like that. That's on point.
Remember the picture I showed you? That guy that's doing that Kings of War.
Oh yeah,
he downloaded an STL for garden gnomes, and he's just printed them off like teeny tiny.
There's a couple of votes for 6mm Samurai. Nobody does 6mm Samurai, for God's sake.
Oh God, no. People.
I didn't even mention it last week. 6mm Samurai. If you watch, it was chat. Chat was saying all about this. They were going. Oh, what about your 6mm Samurai, Martin?
No. Yeah, you didn't mention it. You engineered the entire episode to lead someone to that. That's called gaslighting.
Can I just refer my learned friends back to a couple of weeks ago, where I was basically
my right honourable friend.
I had the shit kicked out of me with regards to Wars of the Roses. That was a 2 hour. That was a 2 hour pummeling
It was, and yes, and you succumbed, didn't you?
You did. You caved.
My Little Kitty themed army for bolt action. Could be
my Little Kitty.
Cod piece in 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, that's what I've got. I don't think, can you read that?
Oh, there we go. Hang on, let's take away the thingy so we can. Oh, I can't read it.
50 Shades of Field Grey.
There we go. 50 Shades of Field Grey. Quality stuff. So, General Haig said he tried to save you. I don't think you did. I think everyone encouraged us to make him take on the old War of the Roses project. Right. Carla said she's already doing some gnomes. There you go. She finished painting garden gnomes for a walking scenery. There you go. So that's where you can get them from. Just talk to Carla if you need them for your army. So what I thought we'd talk about tonight is wargaming shows. Given the fact that they seem to be up and running again. I think there was first couple at this weekend. Certainly ones in the UK anyway. There's a couple in the US recently as well. And we're all getting a bit excited to our own little tiny event in a couple of weeks' time, which I'm not going to put in the same category as something like Salute or anything like that. But obviously some of those.
No, because it's beyond.
It's even better. It's bigger.
We've transcended Salute. I mean,
yeah. We left them behind. We sucked Mac dry for all his information he gave us about how.
Whoa!
And we improved it better.
This is a
your minds are just.
This is definitely like some kind of carry-on film
now. So anyway, while Ken's just having a little, I don't know what he's doing.
Oh shit! This is making my week. I've been at work all week and I haven't even had a chance to laugh. Oh dear. Oh Christ!
So everyone's going. Lots of people going to Salute. Matt's going to Salute.
I wish I was going to Salute, and my fucking brother bastard changing his wedding day. I asked him to change it. I asked him to change it again. I said, "Can you change it back?" And he went, "No." I went, "Well, what time is your wedding?" And he went, "2:30." And I went, "Can I turn up at like the evening do?" And he went, "No." I said, "Do you really need me there? Do you really need me there?" And he was like, "Yeah, kinda." And I was like, "Oh, fuck's sake." So yeah, I gotta go to that. At least it's Warfare 2 weeks later. Oh dear.
We'll be at Salute, won't we, Dom? So.
Yeah,
we will. We'll be having a great
and you'll get
time.
All that free stuff.
We're gonna get stuff. We're hopefully gonna talk to a few people. We're gonna be sporting these. I don't know. We're gonna.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely will be.
Yeah,
definitely.
So we're there. So it'd be nice.
Ken, are you wearing yours to your brother's wedding?
Oh, I think I might just to piss his wife off. That'd be great.
There's a dare.
I'm going to assume he doesn't watch this, does he?
No, not at all. Oh no, shit! He might actually. He might just for the hell of it, because he does watch my YouTube channel sometimes, so he might accidentally click on this. That would be quite funny, actually. Kieran, if you're watching this, sorry.
Carla wants to know where you get the T-shirt like that, Steve. You get it actually from the Plastic Crack T-shirt shop. I'll put the link there. You go.
Yeah.
Can we send one to somebody if they guess what his project?
Yes,
is?
I think we should.
Yeah, of course we can.
Yeah, that's how confident we are.
There you go. If anyone guesses it, the first person, if anyone guesses it, we'll
choose a T-shirt from the Plastic Crack shop, and Steve will pay for it. Right.
To be fair, I will. It'll be my pen. Be my penance for starting such a dickhead project in the first place.
So anyway,
when you said it, it's like, what the fuck? Yeah, but yeah, sorry, Dom, go on.
So I was saying about shows is they're all starting again. So I thought it was a good idea to sort of think what is it that we all love about trade shows and wargaming shows. Well, I'm not going to come to you, Ken, because we know exactly what you like. Buckets of free stuff. But what what you look for is it is it the show location? Is it time of the year? Is it traders? Participation games, what makes you excited about a show? And love to know from the chat as well what people think, because I love a good show anytime. What about you, Martin? What gets you excited about a trade show?
I I really like going down the list of traders and finding all the small independent stockists and looking at their ranges and finding stuff that I never knew about, and then going there and chatting with them and finding little stuff like that. I mean, obviously, I like going along and getting deals on, say, games that are going to be new sets that are going to be released, or people, you know, do a first showing at Salute. But I really like going around, whether it's Salute or no, wait, I've only been to Salute, so there you go. But what I really like is, I mean, I've been to Salute 7 or 8 times now, and first thing I'll make a list on my phone of all the people I want to check out, and I go and I check out their websites, and half the time you get there and you find stuff that's how I found Defensive Miniatures. Was I just thought, oh, they look cool. And I went to Salute and I found so much more. So, and I like chatting to people and just finding out like what's, you know, what they're working on, and you get those little tidbits of information like, oh, I might do some, I don't know, Napoleonic stuff. So it reminds you to keep an eye on things. But location is, I suppose, is you know, good as well, because obviously Salute being in London is quite easy for me to get to. It only takes me 40 minutes to get there. So it's nice and easy for me. But no, that's it. And I've never actually, I've taken part in lots of demo games. I've never taken part in a big game, but that's how I ended up buying Dead Man's Hand. It was a small, well, Great Escape games, I suppose, are medium size, or would you say they're small? I don't know. They're getting towards small to medium. At the time they were. Yeah, they were small, and they just released. They're having
a lot of stockists, though, aren't they? Now they're in a lot of places. They are popping up everywhere.
Yeah, and I went and had a look, and they had the little demo game, and that was it. I played that demo. They gave me a sticker, which meant I played a demo, so you got a little bit of money off. And then I went along, and then, you know, I bought it, and it's one of the games that I now would say is in my top 3 war games, because I love it so much. And it's finding little gems like that. That's what I really, really enjoy, is going there thinking I'm going to buy, no, I don't know. I went there and bought loads of Infinity stuff at one point, but at the same time I found Dead Man's Hand, and now I play that more than anything else. So it's finding those hidden gems. That's what I really, really enjoy. So I like finding unexpected stuff.
Yeah, Battle Knights agrees with you. He goes for inspiration. Going to a show is the equivalent of a junkie needing a fix.
Oh, you get so many ideas. It's so unhealthy. I come away thinking, yeah, I'm going to make a. I played the Wild West Exodus demo, and I bought Wild West Exodus, and I had this whole idea how I was going to build a steampunk frontier camp in the snow, but on like multi levels, and there was going to be like broken ice, and yeah, that never happened.
You still got it? You sold it?
No, I've got it. I like Wild West Exodus. I think it's a really, really good game, but it's just a case of so many games, so little times.
Yeah, I'm with Battle Mac. He says he loves the big set piece battles you get at these shows. I mean, yeah, some of them just
dioramas are really cool, aren't they?
Some of the battles just unbelievable. And Bicker City says he likes putting on events for other people to play in. Good on you, mate. I think that's what, to me, that's perfect. You want a few games that you can join in, a few games you can watch, and just oogle over, and then all the traders and stuff like that. But people who put on the games, I've done it once. It's bloody hard work.
I just say it's so important, and because there's a couple of things I've seen where there's people who have got their game and they're launching their game or their miniatures range, and they haven't got demos, and they haven't got demos of the game.
Yes,
and it's so. I know it's, you know, they're talking, they might not have the time, they might just be sold on their own, but it's like, it's just such a shame, because just by doing a demo, you can just, you know, show something so much in such a good light. You can get people to
spend a lot of money, like Wild West Exodus.
Yeah. It's
a great way for tying it out, isn't it? I think I agree with you. It's a really good way of trying things out.
Leon's here. Hello.
Hello,
He
Leon.
said he used to work with Mark from Great Hopes Games back in his GW days.
Oh, really? Interesting. Cool. There's a couple of, how can I say, trade show virgins. So Joshua said Warfare in Ascot will be his first trade show.
Oh, I can't. Very much. You couldn't have picked a better show, my friend, for a 2-day event. Oh, yeah.
Warfare, this is the first year it's been held at Ascot. So well, I can't go, sadly. And I literally...
You go, didn't you?
I live about 2.5 miles away from it.
Yeah, not far, are you? You're really not far.
Go, because I'm away, which is really frustrating. But hey, I don't care.
Could be worse. It could be a wedding.
Well, exactly. It could be a wedding, and I'm going to go salute instead. Jim says CrackCon will be his first ever game show day.
And it's wow.
I mean, to be honest, you won't ever need to go anywhere else after that.
Jim, that's going to be a baptism of fire, mate. Baptism of fire.
That makes me feel pressured now.
Yeah.
What are you telling me? You haven't felt pressure anyway? All right, I'll send you the spreadsheet after this. Then you'll feel.
Please don't send me the spreadsheet. Ignorance is bliss.
Alex says he won't go to both. So I think it means Warfare and Salute being so close to each other. That's the problem this year. Usually they're quite a distance apart in terms of timing. One's in November and the other one's in April. But this year
there is one very good reason to go to Warfare. There is one extremely.
There's a bring and buy. So we'll get to that in a minute. So Warfare is easier to get to for Alex. And he likes the trade stand. Having a general mood. I agree.
Drew, it's also Drew's first show, and you're bringing the Anglo-Zulu war stuff. What a legend! There you go.
Blimey!
Isn't Drew coming from miles away?
Scotland somewhere, isn't he?
Scotland.
Holy Christ! Please tell me you're not driving down on the same day. That is a long drive.
It certainly is, isn't it? Bloody hell!
Drew's going to be leaving the day before.
But couldn't a Zulu regiment run that far and fight a battle at the end of it? Is that not?
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Well done. Good reference. Like it.
Sorry, I'll shut up.
Paul's going to Partisan on Sunday. Best show for demo games in the country. I've never been to Partisan. I really want to go. Really want to go. Yeah. And
where is that? Up north somewhere, isn't it?
It's Nottingham way, isn't it? Somewhere like that. I think. I can't remember. I think it's
Ken, isn't everywhere outside of your city limit north, because south is the city.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jason says he's thinking of going to both Selwig and Salute, and then Beachhead in February. Because Selwig's October, isn't it? I think Selwig's October in London, and then obviously we got CrackCon. I think it might even be the same weekend of CrackCon, which is probably why I couldn't go to Selwig. And apparently Jim and Drew are going to form a survivors group. I think you're going to need it, mate. I think you're going to need it for CrackCon. Definitely going to need it. So what about you, Steve? What do you love about shows? What's in it for you?
I'll be honest, I've hardly been to any. Because, well, I live in the sticks and there's not much going on around here. The last one I went to was the one that begins with V in York.
Van Baran
V. Yeah, Vapnatic or something. But I enjoyed it. It was a Sunday afternoon. That was a last minute thing, and me and mate and his girlfriend just jumped in the car and drove over there. But I had a good time. I picked up. It was just when I was starting to get into X-Wing. And I picked up a few X-Wing ships from there. But I almost, do you remember a game called Guild Ball?
Yeah. I've got a team. Never used it.
I almost picked up. In fact, if I'd have walked out with everything that I was interested in that day, it would have been very, very unpleasant to my bank balance because there was loads. Oh, that was the day my mate he bought a 2mm army.
Oh, brilliant!
English Civil War. 2mm. The army came in a box about that big. It was just completely ridiculous.
Sounds so good.
That's the one from Mesa
I don't even know how to say that and yeah, that one. Yeah,
but it was a good day out. There was, like I said, there was loads. It was spread out. It was over 2 floors. What I enjoyed that day was seeing systems that I never knew. Seeing manufacturers I didn't know. I remember Peter Pig had a really big setup there. There was loads and loads of Peter Pig stuff. But yeah, I'm sort of, that's why CrackCon's going to be a bit of a new experience for me. Because I've not been to many shows, to be fair.
No, I just remembered another game I picked up at the show, Bushido. Like my Christmas present, Steve. So that was that was another one, but there was me, my friend Kev that I play with. I think it was his son and my other friend, and they must have made 250 quid off us. Because we went there and we played those demos. They had little 2x2s. They had them on pedestals that revolved, and we just had a little skirmish game between all of us, and all of us bought starter armies. We all bought the rule books, and we all walked away with it, and it was awesome.
Nice. Apparently, Partisans at Newark. There you go. If you want to go up that way, I think it's this Sunday, Paul said, so that'll be a good show. What about you then, Ken? Come on, I know it's apart from bring and buy sales, apart from freebies, what is it about trade shows you love?
Just the atmosphere and traders. I love going to all the traders. That's what makes the show for me. I'm not too massively fussed with the participation games. I just like the traders.
How do you think they feel when they see you walking towards their stalls?
Shit.
Well, it's probably a combination of, oh, good, here comes a money bag. He's going to spend loads of money. And also, God, what's he going to try and barter for it?
I reckon they have the same look on their face as that guy in RoboCop when he sees the Ed 109 and it won't stand down.
Yeah.
And they're just going to run out of it. It's like they're just trying to get out of his vision like that.
You're like, no. That's probably why they say. That's probably why, like, I don't think these shows are very busy because everyone just tries to avoid me like the plague.
It's not just the shows, mate.
It's because bartering and haggling's not really up on their skill set.
Yeah, but I'm quite good. To be fair, I've only started bar and haggling recently. I'm not too bad at it, but nah, I don't know. I just when I'm in person, I'm a bit of a nightmare with bartering and haggling. Yeah, I don't know. For me, it is. I like going to the traders, especially like Martin said, the little independents that you don't. You know, some of them haven't even got websites. They just go to the shows, don't they, every year? So, I look forward to doing that. And it is nice seeing the games. I don't necessarily always have to participate in them, but it's nice seeing up and coming stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like when you turn up and see like your favorite sort of thing, like Napoleonics. You turn up and find a new manufacturer, and you think, Jesus, didn't even know these people existed. Or they're brand new. And you're like, oh, I could have some of their models. That'd be really cool.
Definitely.
I think that is all part of the fun of it. Definitely. Sorry,
the last, like, so I went to that the one in York. I was even before I was into bolt action, and I almost made my first bolt action purchase that day. But this is gross. They lost a sale because the bloke in front of me was ripe, and I honestly couldn't. I couldn't face the prospect of 10 minutes queuing up, so I put it back and walked off and went and bought some X-Wing stuff instead. My eyes were dripping. It was awful.
I think Shakos and Sprues is up in your level, Ken. He said he managed to haggle Warlords once, got 2 boxes and 2 blisters for the price of 1 box.
That's what you do.
What did you do?
Like, I mean, yeah.
Never again.
What kind of favors did you do for that? Jeez.
I'd say you had some pictures that they didn't want to be released. Like what? What about you, Dom? What is it that, because you've been to more shows than probably all of us combined, I'm going to guess. So,
probably, yeah. Sadly, probably, but that's probably down to age more than anything else. But I do tend to go to the same ones, and that's one of the things I've got to change. I want to try and change now. Kids have grown up and left and gone away and have their own lives. Is to get out and do a few more, because most of the shows I go to are the same ones each year. But yeah, I mean, Lazy Pirate said earlier in the chat. I do it partly for the social thing, to meet up with people. So mates that I don't see that often will meet up at a show, and that's always a good laugh because you can have a few beers and whatnot after, or lunchtime, or what have you, which is great fun. But it's exactly the same things as you guys talk about. I just love walking around the show, looking at new stuff that I haven't seen. My mindset has always been very narrow in historical stuff. So, kind of seeing some of the other things that are out there gets me really
cool,
excited. And even if I don't necessarily buy it, it's just lovely to see what's going on. Supplies, you pick up bits and bobs of supplies that are always really cool. Some of the traders that you don't often see, picking up the odd paint pot or what have you, that you're not going to spend £3 on postage, but you can pick it up there because you're there anyway. That's always good.
Yeah. Oh, don't. I had an argument with Griffin Beast. When Age of Magic came out, I reserved a copy, right? And you had to pay £1 to reserve it. Yeah,
I reserved it. I didn't pay £1, mate.
Yeah, you paid £1, or if you'd ordered it, you could pick it up there.
Oh, I see.
Right. And I went there, and because I think they were thinking it was going to sell out. So there were people buying it for, and I know it's £1, but it was the principle.
Yeah, I agree with you. I wouldn't do that.
I was like, but they've just walked up and bought it for 25, but I have to pay 26. Like, why Why is that? Like it just annoyed me. But the person I was talking to, who I think was probably only there for the day to help out, just looked at me and just obviously didn't care, did not give a shit that I was there. I was an irritant, and I was, to be fair, it was £1, and I like gripping these, so I shouldn't really begrudge it. But it was just the principle that there was someone in front of me had bought it for 25 quid. And then they went, yeah, that'd be 26. Like, oh my god.
That
Carla,
is annoying. That is annoying. Yeah,
Carla's put a good one. She said she likes to fangirl over the painted miniatures and dioramas, especially love it when the painters and sculptors are there to chat to. I've never really thought about that, because sometimes there are, whenever there's been pro painters, you just can't get near them because they're surrounded.
Well, there's this really. We went to when I went to what's the Games Workshop one again? Oh my god, Warhammer Fest. That's it. Yeah, that's it. We went there, and there's this really famous, I think it's Spanish or Italian painter, and they were really. Was it Angel
Giraldez or whatever he's called?
Yeah,
does all the airbrushing with the I know.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So me and Liam, who I went with, we didn't even realise, right? And we were looking, because this is when they were just releasing their contrast paints. And we thought that it said, because it made a mistake, that the contrast stuff was on this floor upstairs, and we got given the wrong leaflet. So we went upstairs at this time, and we got an hour session with this guy on our own. Talking about airbrushes, really, like, because everyone else was like trying to get hold of the contrast stuff. It was really cool, actually. So we were really lucky. Really, really lucky. You know, people like that charge for their time, don't they, normally?
Yeah, they do.
It's nice to have a chat with some of the manufacturers as well, isn't it? You always, if they're relatively quiet, and that's actually why I used to love going to Warfare particularly on the Sunday, because it was always quieter than the Saturday.
Yeah,
and you could go around and have a really good chat with all the stallholders, and it was really good fun.
None of us play 40k tournaments then.
Can I put up Louis' comment?
Oh, that's a good one, Louis. Well done.
Oh dear.
Well done. Yeah. Leslie said it was like there to top up stash. Actually, you know what, Leslie? I don't generally spend a fortune at the trade shows, to be honest, because I like to see what's there more than anything else. I will go with a shopping list, but it's not a ridiculous one. So I don't tend to buy a huge amount of stuff. Plus, I'm more likely to leave it in the pub when I'm pissed after the show. So I don't really want to do that. So I tend to just go specifically for a couple of things that I know are going to be there. And I buy them, and then, although I think last time I was at Sloop, which probably was the last time it happened, we went to the pub afterwards, and we had a few jars, and then headed out. And I was on the train, luckily still on the DLR, heading back out. And I said to my mate next, I said, "Oh shit, I've left the battle mat I bought," to then turn around and go back and get it. It was still sitting in the corner where I propped it up.
Of course it would be. No one's going to nick that.
No, well, there's loads of Wargamers around.
Yeah,
so we had another couple of beers and then came out again.
This is one of the bad things though about going with other people. And I'll throw this out there, because I go with I'm gonna go and buy Infinity or Bushido, and then your mate will go and get, I've just bought a Test of Honor. Yeah. Do you want to go halves on it? Oh yeah, that's a great idea. And then it's like, Martin, do you want to I'm just buying into Hordes or Washington. Do you know they got these armies here? Do you want to go halves? Like, yeah, great idea. And then I go home and I'm look at all this stuff going, hang on a minute.
Where's Bushido?
I think it's great. I mean, I do love the participation demo games as well. I love everything about the shows. They're great. But I love the demonstration games. I love the participation games. Except the demonstration games I do not like is when you just get a whole load of old fat blokes all standing with their back to you playing a game and not actually talking to you or explaining what's going on. That really pisses me off. You're there to do a demonstration, show it off, talk about the game. That does annoy me. But there are some beautiful games you get at these shows, and I just absolutely love it. It always fills you with inspiration, even if it's a period you're never going to game. And generally, they're the ones I actually spend more time with, the ones I don't ever game.
I remember when I went to the Warlord Games 10th birthday celebration, and they had this huge Napoleonics game going on. There was just thousands of figures on this. The table must have been about 16 by 8 feet. It was huge. And for a small moment, I was like, ooh, Ooh, just get me some. No, I won't get myself a box of anything. But no, I was quite inspired. Which is, it's a danger though. Whenever you go anywhere like that and you see when it's presented well,
yeah,
it is. That's why about Martin said about if you've got a game, you're not putting a demo on. You're losing out on if you can physically show what your game is, what it looks like. You're in such a better position.
You've got ready customers just waiting, haven't you?
I know.
To get it right.
I know. What's this? What's Leslie said? Sorry. Library of shares on Haley. Haley, I have shown games to Haley. I was like, "What do you think of this one?" So no, it's rubbish. Or what do you think of this one? That one looks good. Oh, I don't like that. Don't make me buy it. Board games. That happens a lot in board games. Because we've got about 40 board games. It does dictate our board game choice quite a lot. Do you want to play this? I've had to buy one because this one looks nice. Does it though? It looks like I'm going to lose, which is okay to be fair. Pretty much.
We won't say anything about that. So GP says got an interesting perspective. He says he likes smaller local shows like Barrage in Stafford. Nice selection, nice crowd, less opportunity to beggar myself. Yeah, I kind of get that. I mean, our club now, Ken, used to run a show called Valhalla, which hasn't run for a couple of years and hopefully will again at some point. It's only in a sort of school gymnasium sized place, but they get warlords and they get other people coming along, some interesting little traders. But it is fun. I mean, that's different because it's the club and I know all the people there, and that's kind of fun. There's a bring and buy. Oh, no, I shouldn't say that to Ken. There's a bring and buy.
To be fair, I need to pay my sub money, don't I?
You will have to pay your subs. You'll have to become a member soon, mate.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, I was going to say
a year or whatever it is. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Tom, how does it feel to have literally a cuckoo come into your nest and take your toys away?
Do you know, the comments I get from some of them is like, "Where did he come from? What's he turned up for? Who is he? How do you know him?" I say, "I don't. I'm trying to get rid of him. He keeps following me."
Dom, just to flip it, then, are you going to be reciprocal and take up model trains?
There are a few. I know I'm loath to say never after the Badger fiasco earlier, but I can honestly say never. Absolutely never.
Trains don't do it for you, Dom.
I don't. I love riding them. Absolutely love going in a train. I used to travel around Europe on them, doing the Interrail thing when I was a student. I loved all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Still love getting on a train. Absolutely no interest in modelling them at all.
Oh, I can't wait. Just can't wait.
Miller, no, he will not be helping himself to my stash. He's not. I'm not allowing him to touch.
It's Miller.
Actually, he's always selling off his stash. Yeah, Miller's here.
Miller rocked up.
Miller is late.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I'll tell you one show I do want to go to is that one in America that's a week long, Dom.
Gen Con.
Historicon or
whichever one lasts ages.
Well, funny enough, my mate Nick and I saw a couple of weeks ago, who I gamed with for years and years and years. He said we've got to go to Historicon, so I think we're going to try and plan it in a couple.
How many days is that?
I think it's 4 days.
Man, I'd love to do that. I'd seriously, that would be so cool. Yeah.
There are probably 3 or 4 shows out there. Adepticon. Oh yeah,
Adepticon. That's
one, and then Gen Con as well as another one.
Yeah, man.
So we were thinking Historicon because it was the right time of year, and it's I can't remember. It's down.
It's historicals.
It's all historicals. But yeah, definitely going to go and do some of those. But I do like the small shows. I think I tend to use the small shows more as a shopping trip. So literally, if I know there's a trader there, I'll just go in because it's a couple of quid to get in, and you can go in, grab what you need. It's a small show, blah blah. Tend not to have so many demo games and participation games, but they're always good. Big con. Yes, that's right.
That's what I mean. Adepticon just goes on forever. It's 24-hour, isn't it? It's literally all the time. You can play anything and whenever. I'd fucking. Oh my god! If I was,
I'm gonna operate sort of out this because I know. I think you said you did it when you were younger, Dom. But Steve, Steve, have you ever been to any RPG conventions?
No.
I went to Dragon Meet in London, and because it was in a hotel, so it goes on till like pretty much midnight, and the bar's open. So you just have these progressively pissed people dressed as
drunk wizards,
as elves and dwarves.
Leary orc comes at you, does he?
But that was just as fun because we were playing these RPG games with the people that had designed them. So me and my friends who. Our games aren't very what's the right word? They managed to take a game that I designed to be a bit like Robin Hood and turned it into Boardwalk Empire or The Sopranos.
Okay.
And we were playing the Conan game with the designer, which was awesome. And there were lots of people there who were the Warhammer. I can't remember the name of the company. I've got it now, but whoever published
Fantasy Flight.
It's not. It's not Fantasy Flight. They lost it. It's the 4th edition's been produced by someone else, and I've forgotten their name. But they were there, and you could sit down with them, try out new rules. They were like play testing stuff, and there were people who were just doing board games. So that's always worth checking. And that's a 2-day one in a hotel in London. So that's always a good laugh as well.
What about things like Games Expo and those sort of things?
I've been there. Have
you ever done those? I've never done those.
Sponsored by Virgin Media, the UK Games Expo, which is really cool. I got free tickets, so did Liam. That's who I went with, me and Liam.
Of course you did.
We worked for him. We got free tickets. It was awesome. So it was really good actually. A lot of queues though. There's a lot of queues. It was
whenever you see the pictures from those shows, they seem inordinately more busy than a wargaming show.
Yeah, you have to know. You have to know what you're doing before you go. You can't
plan which rooms you're going to go to, which stands you're going to go to.
Yeah, you have to plan because if you don't plan, you just don't get. So, and especially if you want to play something. If you don't want to play and you just want to walk around, it's fine. But if you want to play something, you have to seriously do it.
It's sorry, that really annoyed me. It's Crucible 7 that now publish Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. Sorry, that was really annoying me.
I think my greatest convention moment was at Comic Con. I got to meet Jeremy Bullock that played Boba Fett.
That's cool.
And he signed my book, and that greatest moment of my life. I've got a picture, and I've got the most violent-looking ninja grip on his shoulder. It's like, "You're going nowhere, pal. You're coming home with me." It was really quite scary because, when you're approached by a tall dude in a Hawaiian shirt, things could. You don't know what's going to happen, really, do you?
Was it blue? Tell me the Hawaiian shirt was blue. Oh, it was blue. Light blue? Yeah. Tell me it was light blue.
Middle blue with palm trees on.
Oh, I'm so happy.
And it was
it.
Greatest day of my life meeting
I'm just imagining it now, and I'm just imagining his face. Oh, my God.
Jeremy Bullock, because he also played, is it Robert of Sherwood? He played the main guy in the village that helps him. Someone who was like Edward of Wickham or something like that. That's right. Boba Fett. I remember watching the whole time. There's Boba Fett's in Robert of Sherwood.
Why have I got a name Django Fett in my head?
Because that's Boba Fett's dad.
Yeah, it's not the same guy who plays it, is it?
No. I think he was in Home and Away or some new Australian stuff.
But now he plays all the clones and all of the things. To be fair, I like it that they are at least sort of like following that kind of thing through.
Talking about sort of old actors and what have you, complete aside, but anyone see that amazing story about William Shatner going to be sent up into space?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He's going on the Bezos Blue Origin flight. So he'll be the oldest man to go to space.
Christ.
And his quote is something like, "I heard about space for a long time." No shit, really?
So this is William Shatner, the man that you just wave like money at, and
he'll do anything for money. Yeah, he will do.
He actually does one of my favorite songs. He did he did a duet or a collaboration with Henry Rollins. And the song's called "I Can't Get Behind That," and it's just like this jazz fusion duet.
Have you put that on your Spotify list yet?
No, I'll put it on though. So Henry Rollins and William Shatner. Just what a combination.
I'm not going to look that up. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to.
Bicker City says he helps run historicals at Depticon. You boys would definitely come over sometime and have a really good old time. Well, we'll take that as an invite. Big up.
Yes.
We'll definitely come.
Flights
over.
included.
I think maybe Carla wins on the moment. She says her greatest con moment was at Comic-Con and she walked face first into Jason Momoa's abs. I think my wife would be incredibly jealous.
Was that deliberate, Carla? I bet it was.
Yeah.
I bet it was. And I've lost the chat's gone crazy again. Jason said he was. Oh God, I've lost it. Oh, he's worked at Dragon Meat for the previous 4 years, and again this year. Is that another one of the?
That's the RPG one. It's
RPG one.
It was that had to bring him by. I sold loads of really old RPG books for a stupid amount of money. And then blew it all on brand new RPG books along with it. And the RPG system I bought into as a bonus, they threw in a recipe book so you could cook the dishes from this fantasy world to eat while you're playing the game, which I've never done, and I've never even played it. I dropped like
what game is it?
quid into it. It's called Shadows of Esteren. It's kind of like if Game of Thrones meets In the Name of the Rose, and there are monsters in it, but it's not like orcs and that. It's like every monster is like an individual Greek myth or Greek legend monster. You know, like there's not a race of monsters. Everyone is its own unique thing, and it's a horror based game.
Dude, I'd play that, mate. I told you I wanted to play some of this stuff. We were going to do it, didn't we? And we just keep putting it off, don't we?
We will do it. We'll do it, and then we'll film it for a laugh.
Oh, this is a great one from Louis. He said he once met the actor who played Admiral Ozzel, the guy Darth Vader killed. He was also the teacher in Grange Hill. A great laugh.
Really? Oh, man.
Brilliant. I love it. Right. I think we're kind of getting out of this. Somebody wanted to know, I think it was Drew. Do you want to give him a yellow card, Ken, because he asked whether the flight out to the US was one way or not?
Dear God, sir. Depends. I can walk across the border to Canada, can't I?
I'm sure you
Oh,
can.
can you? If you go to America, you can do your thing, can't you?
Thing.
Your brother Eldridge
you could go back and set up his church.
Yeah, so yeah, I could marry people. Shit, that would be. I could make a mint while we're over there.
Oh
So, any of our American listeners want me to ordain your wedding? You know, only going to cost the flight of a plane ticket. Exactly when Adepticon is.
Please note that all comments are the sole opinion of the person making the comments. They do not reflect the rest of us.
Some people prefer to get married by Elvis or Ash from The Evil Dead. Instead, for the mere cost of a transatlantic flight, you can get married by Ken.
I don't mind doing several stopovers in different countries if it's cheaper. I'm happy to do that. You know.
Oh my God! Right, let's do some news. I think let's have a bit of a news for a bit.
Yeah, I mean, there's quite a lot of news, isn't there?
There is quite a bit. Let me bang this out. Hang on a sec.
I will turn that down at some point because that is very loud. Because someone did say, "Hello, Hayley."
Oh, Hayley, they said hi. She's gone.
It's gone again.
She said hi in the background. I don't know if you heard that.
In the background. What have people? Well, I can't find it. There's so much stuff in our bloody thing. I can't find it anymore. But I'm going to start with the biggest piece of news I saw, which I think everybody's seen by now, is that here we go. That Front Rank has been bought by Gripping Beast.
Yay!
Yes, that's great news.
Which is awesome. Really, really good.
Another reason why Martin likes Gripping Beast nowadays.
Yeah, no, I do. I like Gripping Beast. I think they are cool. Anyone else? I think they're a good choice to take it forward.
I agree. Completely agree. I think it's a good company. I think we were all a bit worried that Front Rank might bite the dust, but actually, I think they'll be in really safe hands in the Beast. Yeah, I think that was really, really good. Really excited. So, as it said on their website, I think they're going to start operating again from the 14th of this month. So you can all get your Front Rank fix again, which is fantastic. Really good. What else? Anything you've seen, Martin? You want to?
Yeah, I've seen a few things. Hang on. So I did see that this month is Napoleonic month for Warlord.
It is.
I expect there'll be some kind of release or some releases.
Although somebody pointed out on their Facebook page before the Facebook exploded, this November supply drop thing is a German Weimar box.
Yeah, so it did
Napoleonic. Why did it do Napoleonic?
Yeah, it didn't tie in, did it?
It didn't tie in. So yeah, they got that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Good
is that
deal
just
if
another
you,
one?
It's a good deal if you want your early Blitzkrieg Germans, because generally you get a box of them and then you get a couple of metal box, blister packs and a couple of books. Works out a bit cheaper, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, don't buy the German Blitzkrieg box. Buy the Pioneer set. It's basically the Blitzkrieg box with really cool backpacks, and it's like £1 more, unless that's really changed.
Wow, I've just seen what Carl's written. So apparently Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp have been deleted. Their DNS has been removed. This can only be done by someone within Facebook, as they have their own DNS, so Facebook won't be back for a long time.
Oh no! Shit.
Oh, sorry, wrong one.
No, the only thing that makes this bad about it is that's where the list of games is for CrackCon. So that's a good job. They
will have. There will be so many redundancies for that. I wouldn't panic.
It says it just says something went wrong. No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, their DNS. To be fair, their DNS servers and all that. I could talk geek if you want me to, but I won't.
No, we've had enough of that. Thank you.
So just on that,
we've filled enough for you to find your news now.
I suppose we should just say though that of course, if there's anyone who wants to get in touch about CrackCon, then you'll have to email.
That's very true.
Below. The Plastic Podcast address or comment, and we'll get back to you. That's
good point. That
annoying.
could be a little bit challenging.
Everyone who the information leaflet went out to everybody who's attending, and you've got our phone numbers for emergency contacts on there as well. So, but anyway, back to the so I saw that Ragnarok Miniatures have got a Kickstarter going for basically undead fantasy Vikings drow gear. They're all metal. But they've the problem was this one. I think I love the sculpts, but when I went and looked at the rewards, there was like 500 different rewards you could pick.
Oh, there's quite a bit, was there?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's all very reasonable, very priced, but they've kind of done that thing where I think each pack or each level, like if you want to buy like Viking Spearman is one reward level or Archers, whereas to me, I like just getting bundles. But I did like them. I thought they looked cool. Be cool for Age of Magic Army or
they're the guy that did them. I can't remember what the range was, but he did a lot of old Dark Age figures years ago. Really, really good. And I think also within that Kickstarter, there's some dwarves as well. I think some evil dwarves as well, which look really neat. So, yeah, they do look good.
What's Leslie just said? Martin, why don't I use my Discord? I haven't got a Discord. I don't have a Discord. Ken has a Discord. That was Ken's Discord.
Yeah, it's probably mine. I forgot about it. So, yeah, don't get used.
I don't have
I can't even remember the login for it, so yeah, it's never going to get used, Leslie.
I never used it anyway.
The other thing I saw, Steve, you might like this. Flames of War are doing the Battle of the Bulge for the Americans. And that's being supported by loads of new plastic sets that are on pre-order and unit cards and everything like that. So one of the things that Flames of War did, they did produce really nice books. Did someone used to do some fiction for those as well?
Yeah,
somebody we know might have done.
Somebody around here. I wonder who that was.
Yeah,
many moons ago.
They did do really nice books, really nice matters. They're really high production value, and I don't know. It might be now. I don't know. The problem is every time I look at
you're wobbling, aren't you? I can feel you're definitely.
I know.
Wobbling.
Well, I've already got an army.
Martin, the other week, I almost bought the Flames of War starter box with the airborne and the grenadiers. I was literally a click away from buying it, and then I just thought I don't need it. But I remember playing first or second ed Flames of War, and it was really, really enjoyable.
What's this thing? I don't need it. I don't understand that one.
It was just me being a bit sensible.
No, it is a great game, and it's one I thought about doing on the channel as well. But I've got loads of stuff for it. It's just I need to update all my rules and my cards and things like that. So now this is the thing that I've seen that I think I don't know. I don't think double buy them, but so I like to go around and have a look for some weird shit just for fun. And so the company Raging Heroes, they make a lot of pin-up style. They're especially like female led, like Imperial Guard, Witch Elves. They take things that. So they've done like a Halloween thing, and they've done fairy tales, right? So they've gone with Alice in Wonderland, and they've done these cards. The card soldiers.
Oh, that's really fucking
that's clever.
Now these are STLs, but they are 3D printable. But there's a lot of companies that are now licensed to just print them and to make them.
Dom's got a 3D printer.
But I just thought I have a look around and there's a lot of weird shit and I don't like it. But I thought that's just cool. I can see an art like people using those as half guard in Saga Age of Magic.
Yeah, that would work really nicely, wouldn't it? Yeah.
And, Alice, you could just do a complete because they're doing them all. They've done Alice. She's got like a big old scythe. You could have like some mutant were rabbit as the Mad Hatter, not the Mad Hatter, the White Rabbit. So I thought they were really different, and I hadn't seen anything like that before. The cards, I just thought that was cool.
No, that's really cool idea, isn't it? Very smart.
But yeah, just a bit odd, but quite cool. I quite like how they still managed to make them look quite dynamic. So that was the
in the world of weird shittiness. That is really weird shit. That really is. I
quite
like it.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. But that's my news for the week. So some weird shit. Flames of War is doing stuff, and yes, they did.
Apparently, see that a GP says that they did a special Fury edition. So you can buy that one.
What, Flames of War?
Yeah, it's like a tank starter
versus a whole German SS battalion or something, isn't it?
Excited Steve is about that. And Shaco says,
"No,
1947 has stopped trading. That's a shame."
The thing is, there's been a lot of problems with that license and that property, isn't there? That's Pablo. Is it Paolo Parente? And so Fantasy Flight had it, and Battlefront had it, and there was a Kickstarter, and there's had a very troubled existence.
It has changed hands a couple of times.
But I think Paolo Parente's always had control, but I think there was issues about who was actually licensed to distribute it, and
What game's that? Sorry, what game is that?
Dust Tactics and Dust 1947. I think it was the whole lot.
Remember they had a really cool model? It was a gorilla with a flamethrower. It looked awesome.
My mate that I game with, he's got loads of it. He's got absolutely loads of it. It's a really good game. But I think it's one of these games I've watched. It's just been a bit marred by stuff behind the scenes to do with the company that actually produces it, which is a shame.
But no, I do think
we keep doing.
I do think, just going back to Flames of War, I do think my resolve will be weakening in the next couple of months, though, because I'd really like to get back to that scale.
I like the scale. I just look at the rules and I just think, I'm not sure I like the sort of Lord Meltrick sweeping everything off the table in one go. I don't know. It just doesn't quite get me. Anyway, I know it's very popular, but I think I'll stick to bolt action, which is obviously very, very authentic and historically accurate in every other way. Something else I saw, Eagles of Empires brought out their French Métiers machine gun, which I think is rather sweet. But just the Perrys did their own one fairly recently, so it's like, what did you do? Do you go Perrys, or do you go?
Do you really need to ask that question?
Well, I know what you're going to do, but you're not going to do either of them because you're not going to do this period, are you? But
no,
they're rather sweet. They're nice. They're nice models. I like them. Both of them look really good, and they do actually fit reasonably well together, I believe.
Why don't you buy one from each, and then you've got two different guns?
I don't think you're going to need two of those on the sort of skirmish level game.
Yeah, but the way you paint them, you could you could have one for each occasion. It'd be fine.
Darren, I'm getting so much grief to finish off the Franco-Prussians that I've got, and I will do very soon. They're my next thing.
Can I just explain the situation that's coming up in the chat? So Miller and Battlemat. So I don't know if anyone else has seen this. So Miller's has his
that was
lined up. So basically, for those of you who aren't coming to the day or might not know, is that Miller and Battlemat Matt are putting on a ECW game at CrackCon to do with the Star Fort, and Miller was basically a turd. And, if anyone's noticed, watch Miller's videos, go and check him out. He's just finished doing some 15mm Steel Fist ECW. So he messaged Matt and basically said, "Have you got your army ready? I just thought you have got a 15mm army," where for knowing full well that Matt's been painting up 28mm to get ready for this game. So I believe that Matt had a bit of a moment where he nearly had some kind of stroke, and then Miller just texted going, "I'm just kidding."
Oh, what a bastard!
Oh, poor Marks Miller. Well,
but he said that Matt said he was trying to figure out a way that a 28mm army could play a 15mm army, and it's still out, and they could salvage the game. How long was it before he told you?
Oh, mate, I would have been so pissed. I'd have my skull, oh, Jesus. Yeah, please don't do anything like that to me.
Jesus.
Don't worry, I got plans for you. Because
I nearly thought you did that when we had an issue. I thought you were winding me up at first.
No, I wasn't winding you up.
No, you weren't.
I had my serious voice on.
It was only a few seconds, apparently. That's really sad. You should have drawn it out a bit longer.
Yeah.
No, because he could have gone on eBay and bought a 15mm army just to do it, because he's like,
I can't let them down. I can't let them down. Oh,
no.
Geez. What else? Also, Warlords of... What do you think about this stuff? Project Z?
No, so they released it. It's a re-release, isn't it?
It's a re-release, isn't it? They're making a big play about it, but, I don't know.
They released it 5 years ago. And then
didn't do very well.
Well, I think didn't it do all right, but then they just didn't support it.
Yeah,
that
sounds like Warlords. They do seem to sort of flutter between things, don't they? One thing's, and it was like what was it?
They're like me, the hobby world.
Oh, they are exactly you, but they was it Judge Dredd? They were really big on, and then that seems to have died a death, and then I don't know, all these weird.
Warlords of Erewhon.
I got the Strontium Dog starter box because I love the Strontium Dog comics. I bought the starter box. I've soloed it, and it's to be fair, it's a really good game. It's really fast paced. It's got a great combat system, and it's really true to the Strontium Dog universe. It is good. I mean, Andy Chambers wrote it, so it's it's got a bit of clout behind it. But it's. I mean, I've even put the Sarissa building together and painted them. Just never got around to actually having a game with anyone. But yeah, because I've soloed it, and the game mechanics work really, really well.
Oh, that's cool, man. I just realised something, Steve. Is in 2 weeks' time when CrackCon, well, less than 2 weeks' time now, when CrackCon, this is going to be your first game of bolt action.
Crikey. When did I did a couple of solo games last year, but I haven't actually gamed as a human being in what feels like about 12 years.
Jesus, yeah, this is going to be your first game.
It's also going to be his first time meeting you in the flesh. How do you feel about that, Stu?
Martin's met me several times, so is Dom. Dom's met me a lot.
Too many times, mate. Too many times.
Dom is now considering moving because he's met you. So
yeah. Shaker's a bit of a cynical bugger. He says he's wondering if the license for Project Z is expiring, so they're doing one last run. It's possibly true. It's possibly true.
Well, it was strictly limited edition only. That's what it said on the Instagram page, anyway.
So I mentioned the supply drop that they've got for November, which is the Weimar stuff. Which if you want your early war German stuff, that's probably not a bad deal. But if you got it, then there's no point because it gives you a book which you probably already got, which kind of kills the profit you get out of it. Anyway,
so you know what's in the box then?
They do now tell you roughly what's in them. Generally, there's a scenario book or army list book. There's a box of figures, blister pack or two probably, and I can't remember what else. But yeah,
but can you get this cheaper for our? Yeah, but can you get this cheaper for our sponsor?
Through our sponsor, yeah, possibly. Yes. I don't know actually how it works out. To be honest,
I don't know what the discount. Yeah, I don't know what the discount is. It'd be interesting. Might have to do
that. Empress is doing some lovely stuff. I don't know if anyone saw this. There's been so many new figures come out. I haven't picked up all the pictures before Facebook died, but
cool.
Some of the Afghan Wars figures.
Okay.
I love this set. I'm trying to work out what I can use them for. This dude in the middle.
They'd be a really cool diorama. They would for like a war base. Yeah, yeah.
The guy in the corner with his pistol as well. I mean,
that's like a command base in one. That is, Dom.
Yeah, they're awesome. I mean, they could be Russian Opolchany, maybe with a bit of work, maybe because they got overcoats on, so you probably wouldn't know. What
you could make that your command base, like in the oval. That'd be well cool.
Awesome figures, aren't they? Really nice. And then they've got the Afghans to go against them, which look really good as well. And there's loads of them. There's cavalry and infantry. Really, really good. Some more fantastic things. There's the cavalry. They look really good as well. Yeah.
Horses are nice and proportioned.
Nice.
They're not too big, not too small.
No, they look really, really sweet. I think they're Hicks. I think he did them again. And he always does some good figures. So, yeah, really impressed with those. I'm just not my period. I did notice they were talking in the chat earlier about Menu Would Be King rule set and whether or not they'd work with the Zulu. This Afghan stuff would definitely work with it. I know down at our club, don't they, Ken? There's a couple of guys that play Menu Would Be King. So it seems to be a really good system for colonials. Did you show these things off last week?
We showed the greens off. But now they're out. Now they're the full.
They're the full run. I think they should be coming out later this week, early next week, something like that.
They are nice.
Put them on sale. They do look very, very good indeed.
Can't wait. I keep using them as old command figures and things like that, or just ways to fill out bases. They are really nice.
Yeah, really sweet looking figures. That's Bloody Miniatures. Who was on here some time ago? I think the only other one I was going to pick up, but unfortunately Facebook died, so I couldn't, was Victrix. They've got Roman archers. Yeah, have gone on sale.
It's funny how it all appears in our Facebook feed exactly the same time, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it does every time. Well, it would do before Facebook died.
I just want their Norman cavalry. That's what I want.
God, you're killing me with those Normans you've been doing.
I've got some stuff to share with you, but I need to do the video on it first because I had a couple of people get in touch with me. But there's some stuff I need to send your way.
Oh,
and you're gonna love it.
I've got some sitting. I've got some more Normans to paint, and I thought, I kind of just wanted to chuck them away and start with those Victrix. They just look so good. Drew says, yeah, proper Flashman era. Yeah, they certainly are. That's the Afghan stuff. Really, very much so. Really good. Retreat from Kabul. Yeah, that's exactly it. Really nice. I think they're Carl. I think they're sold by Empress, but they're the Iron Duke range. I think. I don't know. But I certainly picked them up off the Empress Facebook page.
Front rank's not changing, is it? If I remember rightly on their website, they're not going to, even though Grip and B support them, they're still going to run it the same, aren't they?
Initially, they say they are going to keep it exactly how, as a separate sort of entity.
I imagine it will just portal over to it the way that if you go on North Star, you click on Crusader, it goes over to Crusader Miniatures, doesn't it? Yeah. They've got a separate website and everything.
Yeah,
exactly. No, that is a horrible thought, Trooper. That's straight to red, that one.
Come just to dot Ken and get it over with. Oh,
that's straight to red. That's not even going through yellow. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think. Are you old enough to be my dad? I don't think you are.
It's getting weird. It's getting weird.
I probably am, which is a bit scary. But no.
Definitely getting weird.
Yeah.
Rogers Company says, is that the First Crusade? Yes, very much so.
Martin loves the First Crusade. He loves the Third Crusade.
As a wargaming subject, yes.
Yes.
And Battle Max getting drawn into the into the Normans as well. They are lovely, and some of the figures out there. And I think, as you said on your video, Martin, there are so many.
There are, and I didn't even do it justice in that video. I mean, what is it? I mean, you got Victrix, Gripping Beast, Footsore, V&V, Front Rank, Foundry, pretty much Conquest, Warlord have Normans. Pretty much everyone does. It's just one of those favors that everyone seems to have done, and then there's some really nice independent stuff out there as well.
Yeah, I've been looking at. Oh God, it gets you down a whole rabbit warren. I think it's Caballero miniatures. Have you seen those?
Yes, I have some.
Oh Jesus, they are.
I have some. I will send you some pictures because they're based around yeah, but they're 3D. They're licensed. There's a guy. Not too
I know, and he's doing a deal at the moment, and that's what nearly tempted.
Well, I'll do you want me to send you a picture of what they're like?
Yes, please.
I'll say when I get them out.
Well, I've got the ones on the. It'd be nice to see what they look like for real. I've got the pictures on their website.
Yeah, I thought I was easy these swings.
I got them on my. I got them on my desktop because they're Spanish. They're Spanish. Yeah, but they're basically the same.
Exactly. I mean, that's the beauty of that period. They're pretty much the same, whether they're Norman.
Perry does it as well. Sorry, someone's put Perry. They've got a wicked First Crusade.
Perry's do as well.
But yeah, these things, and they've got some awesome. But I was looking at because they do the Moors as well. But they've got. Have you seen the Camel Cavalry set?
Yeah.
Oh, they've got casualties. There's a guy that's like flying backwards off the camel, full of arrows. Like it. And I was sitting there going, did the Seljuks get camels? Can I find? Yeah, why not?
I don't care. Just give them to him.
Yeah, I know. I was looking. I mean, and that guy's prices are great. So yes, maybe I'll try and get some pictures for next week.
Please. Or please don't. I don't know. One or the other.
Next week's the last one before CrackCon, isn't it? And then we're taking a week break. We're taking a week break, aren't we?
We are.
Yeah, it's me next week. I have to think of something, or whether we just do prep for CrackCon. But then that does mean that out of the 83 people watching like today, that it would only be relevant to like 30 people.
Yeah.
No, well, I'll think of something.
He says, Drew says he's purchased shares in any mini relating to Crusaders after seeing the War of the Rhone. Yeah, absolutely. Very sensible investment, Drew, I would say.
Actually, Martin, that's an idea for next week. We could it could be let's berate Steve into starting a new project part 2.
I could do that. I could do that. I just got to find something and then yeah, I'll find something. I can do that. No, we can do that. It'd be cool. Remember, everyone, you've only got 23 minutes left to guess what Steve's secret project is.
Yes, indeed. I've got to go scrolling back through all the chat to find out the people.
I've been keeping a look. Nobody's guessed right yet.
Have they not? No. Miller's got a question here. He says, if you know only one, if you only need one unit, for instance, an elite unit, and you know a few different places to make the same unit, how do you choose the one that you go for? I guess manufacturing wise, I guess. So
I'd go purely on the sculpt. I'd just go on the sculpts. If it's one unit, I would go on which one looks if it is an elite unit or something like that, and I wanted them to stand out, I would do it based on the sculpts and how good the model looks. Price wouldn't really come into it. If that's one unit. If it's an army, that's different. But if it's like one unit, like the Victrix Red Lancers, I prefer those sculpts to the Warlord sculpts. So even though they're more expensive than the Warlord's ones, so I would go with them. So it would just come down with them.
My problem is I'll buy one, and then I'll see somebody else, like Martin's done something, and I go, shit, I need that as well. So I'll buy that, and then I end up having 3 or 4 different elite units all over the place from all different manufacturers. Yeah, but it is down to the sculpting, isn't it? It really is.
Yeah.
Or if you're me, you don't mix manufacturers.
No, well, you know, you're limited, and you only do the plastics anyway.
Yes.
That will limit your options. Actually, Carl says he does Carabero.
Yeah.
In 54 mil.
Yeah, he does. He's got those going on there. I mean, those would be some amazing things at 54 millimeters. Some of those, the sculpting, like the actual LC model itself on the rearing horse. I mean, that in 54 mil, because it's on a rearing horse, that's got to be that must be nearly 80, 90 mil high.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. I mean, they're just awesome. I'm definitely going to get some of those. Oh, dear. Right, what's the time? We've got 20 minutes left or so. Reminder, of course, that we are sponsored by our friend Jim at reapergames.co.uk. Shall I do the code?
Yeah, go on.
Can I find the blinking code? Here we go. It is, as usual, 15% off all items in stock on Jim's website. On top of the discount that's already there. So most of them are around 20% off, and then he'll put another 15% off if you use Reaper 1 year on top. It's
just that first code now. If your order goes over £50, as I understand it, it auto calculates now the free shipping, and it's just on everything he has in stock. And he does now have Victrix in stock. So
beware all the Victrix lovers out there.
Like,
very good timing, Ken. Well done.
Yes.
Well done.
Yeah. Someone said, "Can we please get Darth Vader's no?" And I was like, "Yeah, I need to find that."
So, for example, he does. We've just been talking about them, but the Normans are in stock over there. Where were last time I checked, anyway.
I know.
Not now. They're not.
Oh, Jesus. So,
Star Wars Legion.
Star Wars Legion. Is that the one?
No. I admitted that. Like I said, I've only painted one. It was a stormtrooper. I love that. I'll be honest. I messed it up. I don't know how you mess up a stormtrooper. I don't know. I tried dry brushing them, and it's come out all chalky and horrible looking. That's why I don't dry brush stuff. Because
contrast.
Well, I used contrast on it. The way I did it was I painted it white. Then I used
apothecary white
just all over it to get the things. And then I just thought, well, I'll just dry brush it, and it just came out this awful, chalky, shitty, horrible color.
That's pretty much what I did for the clones, but I could get away with just because they've got like blue stripes and stuff on them. You can kind of add those on to.
I might base it I mean, I don't like painting white at the best of times.
Warning, incoming orders soon. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh, hello, Shake and Spruce, but check out Zorpazorp's methods, Steve.
Oh,
Zorpazorp. Yeah, he's done quite a lot of Legion stuff now as well.
See, the one that I followed was Adam from Tabletop Minions. He did a video about, and his turned out really well. Mine didn't, so I don't know.
Oh, Uncle Adam.
Yeah. So it was a great tutorial, and his came out really well. So I did a test one, and mine didn't. I don't know what it was. I think do you know what it was? It's because I think I had a choice of two whites. I bought two white paints. I bought the Games Workshop one, and I bought the Vallejo one, which is from Panzer Aces. And I think this would have worked better because it's not quite so white. It's a little off white.
Did you go for Ceramite white? Did you, or Skull white? The other one.
To be fair, I can't find it. It's buggered off somewhere. Oh, here we go. No, it's White Scar.
Oh, that is very white. Yes.
Yeah. So I think I may have cocked up that one. But the figures, the Legion figures are lovely. So I think I might start again once I've painted these Escher, because I'm really enjoying painting these. I might go back to Star Wars. Do you know it's October and I still haven't painted anything German this year?
If you can get through a year without painting Germans, I will be.
You did some field grey on those earlier.
Yes, you did do some. There's field grey sneaking in. There. Yes.
I just needed an excuse to use field grey. I was having withdrawal symptoms.
Actually, Jim makes a point. He says if people want Victrix and I don't have it in stock, I can add it on to the list. They have a
shut up, Jim.
So that's yeah. So I just saw you got Normans. Shit. Right. What else have we got coming up in here? Oh, lots of people are agreeing with you that how difficult the stormtroopers are. Duncan Rhodes did a great video today, apparently, on stormtroopers.
Yeah, I think I might go back and revisit it, because I'll be honest, when you paint something for the first time and you cock it up and you just lose all enthusiasm. I just put them, I just took them off the table and thought, I just wrecked a figure. I felt really bad.
It's really annoying when you do that. And that. Marky Sparky says, for clones or stormtroopers, prime white, thin coat of Nuln oil, and then Templar black while the Nuln oil is still wet and its job's done.
Oh, I used Templar black on the black parts and it went in really well. I love those contrast paints just for painting like that. For me, what ruined it was the dry brushing. I should have taken my time and done proper highlighting. Yeah. But I only ever dry brush vehicles of all types. I don't tend to use dry brush as a sort of technique. And I totally wrecked the figure. So
you know where you messed up, Steve? Deck tan. You need deck tan. That's mine.
the go-to dry brush. Yeah. Should we have a look at what people have been working on? Because fantastic.
Yes, please.
Paint jobs.
Oh yeah, Christ! Hopefully it'll be back next week so we can actually.
Yeah, because we might not be able to show them next week if it is true that Facebook has died. Let's start with these awesome figures from Warren.
Oh,
I mean, just amazing, the barmaid there, and then this character. Is it Shadow Deep? Somebody tell me.
Rangers of Shadow Deep.
Shadow Deep.
Rangers of Shadow Deep. I mean, just amazing. Love the work he's done on both of those. We've got. Oh, hang on. Oh, bloody hell! It's all jumped around again. Bear with. Andy. That looks some of your Star Wars stuff. Are they undead ones?
They are. They are Star Wars.
No. Are they? Yeah, it's Star Wars Legion. Yeah, he's done some kind of.
They're like casualty markers, maybe where they've been shot.
That one's got a green face, though. Is he?
Oh no, that's yeah. I think
that's a zombie there.
That is. Oh my god.
Zombie
that's like what game do you play that in?
There you go.
That's
Please
class.
tell us, Andy. They look fun. What are they? Anthony took a break from doing all these Brunswickers to do the 67th South Hampshire Regiment.
Hey, it's me.
When Anthony posted that, it was just like, oh, I've just painted this. Do you know how long that would take me to paint?
16 years.
16 years, if you're lucky.
Do you know, I loved about he did a video on this, and check out his video channel because it's really good. But he did a little video and he talked about the fact, he was doing a project based around Waterloo, and this regiment was not at Waterloo.
No, it wasn't.
But he said, it's my local regiment and I'm going to do it and sod it. It's my collection. I thought, yeah, good on you.
Yeah,
exactly.
I was going to do the same thing. Oh, he's not far from me then. Can't be far from me. South Hampshire, did he say?
South Hampshire, he said.
Yeah, it's got to be me.
Another windy boat game. This is
windy boat game.
Well, that's Blood and Plunder, isn't it? I try to avoid everything about that game because I've come so close to buying it so many times. And I know that they did a Kickstarter, was it last year, to fund a plastic 2-player starter box that comes with multi-part plastic pirates, multi-part plastic boats, rulebook, everything. So I'm just delaying the inevitable, really. But it does look fantastic.
The
thing is, rigging that would be a lot easier as well.
Yes,
that's for sure.
Yes, it would.
Dan showed off the first British Napoleonics he's done, which is
well done, Dan. Yeah,
really
saw those.
Really nice.
Very nice.
He was worried about how long they took him, and I said, "It's not really that. You'll get quicker anyway, but you'll there's loads of different corner cuts, like painting red if you really hate painting red, like with a rattle can, or there's loads of different things you can do."
And I thought you were about to say, "Don't worry about it. You're quicker than Steve."
I'm not that witty.
I'm glacial when it comes to painting Napoleonics.
Oh God. Dave showing off.
Nice.
These look really good as well. I don't know what they are, but they look really cool.
No, they are cool.
That's Frostgrave, isn't it? Those miniatures. I think he's used. I think they might be for Rangers of Shadow Deep as well.
Very nice. I didn't pick up all the pictures of Don's stuff, but he did talk about Team Yankee. He had
there's some nice tanks there. They're leopards.
These are French tanks.
Oh, they're French, are they?
AMX.
AMX, yeah, AMX. I think 11.
He had a whole series of there's about 500 tanks he had in his collection.
That is some beautiful camo.
Yeah, really good job, isn't it? Really nice. Drew has done a sickeningly good unit of French, or 2 years of French there. I mean, really nice.
Oh God!
I think they're coming to CrackCon.
Nice.
That reminds me, because I was going to get in touch.
Old and middle guard,
who's playing in our Black Powder game. So I will, if Facebook isn't up and running, I know who's in the game. I'll email you. Perfect. And actually, can I just say now, as a reminder, I know I put a post out on Facebook, but if you haven't returned the survey, and you do have specific dietary requirements, you need to get that back to us, because otherwise we cannot guarantee that you will be catered for on the day for whatever specific dietary requirement you have. So please return them. I think there's only like 2 or 3, and I will probably send out email reminders to those people when I work them out through process.
Or presume you're carnivores.
That's the other option.
Yeah. Or you'll get a veggie pizza and you'll just have to lump it.
We'll just go down the pub.
The punishment is if you don't return the form, it's going to be a pot noodle.
I'm only eating soup at the minute at lunchtime, so that'd be a bonus.
What games still have spaces at CrackCon? Most of them are just pick up and play games, aren't they? Dom is doing sharp practice. Steve is doing firefight for bolt action. There's still one place open, I think, on the French side for the Big Black Powder game at the moment, I think. So,
but everyone can just rotate round if they want to
exactly
drop in and out things. I'm trying to work out a sharp practice scenario that just allows 3 or 4 people to play at the same time, and then we can restart it or do whatever at the end of it.
Does that mean if you're losing, you can just move people off?
I'm just planning to umpire. Yeah. That's what I thought I'd do.
Umpire and beer.
Umpire and beer, exactly. Giles has done some Dead Man's Hand stuff. He also did base, I think, as well, a whole table, which looked really good. I do like the cracking on the basing. Really, really cool.
Yeah, it's nice.
Really good. James is doing some trees. It's like your baking tray, Ken, that you bring all your figures around on. Except it's a bit cleaner than yours. James did some Prussian Jaegers.
Oh, fucking hell.
He's still got his lunch on it when he brings his figures. It's ridiculous. You think I'm kidding? Jason is showing off some of his. I'm carrying on his Zulu Wars figures. He did a video about these. Look really good, really impressive. Because of course Martin will be doing Zulu Wars very, very soon.
I will be. But you know what? I really playing that game of Muskets and Tomahawks really made me excited about the Zulu expansion that they're going to do.
Actually. Okay.
You go.
I might base them up for that. I don't know.
That's a good idea, actually. That would work really well.
Yeah, you might right now, but then as soon as you play with Drew's toys, then you'll be like, no.
But my idea, no offense, Drew, is to just not go near it.
It's not going to work. You know it's not going to work.
I know.
You're fighting against yourself. Yeah. It's not going to work. Joshua did some of his Claymore archers. I mean, Claymore figures are fantastic. When you do a decent, really good paint job on them, they've come out beautifully. So really nice. Lee did Crisis Protocol. Is this? I have no idea. I know nothing.
It's a game,
Marvel.
isn't it?
It's Marvel. It's
Marvel. Yeah.
There you got Doc Ock at the back. I think that's Ultron. And there aren't. I think those are the things from the Avengers.
On the right though, that there's some Skaven in there. Skaven and Age of Sigmar.
It might be, yeah.
Behind them. God, it's a mixture of everything. That's awesome. Like the purple. Purple's really nice.
Yeah, very nice. Do like a bit of paint, a bit of purple paint is always good. Oh, I lost it. We had some interest about your comment about Zulu Wars. Jason wants to know an expansion for Zulus.
Yeah, they have said that was going to be one of them. I just don't know if it's the next one or whether American Civil War is going to be the next one.
I bet American Civil War's next.
Yeah,
I would imagine.
So.
Are they an American company?
No, they're French.
No, they're French.
Oh, they're French, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, you might get Zulu then.
I don't know. Yeah. They did did Louis Napoleon did get brutally killed in the Zulu War. Well, Hunginder's just turned up, and have you seen what he said? He's just turned up and he said, "I just got here. Can you do a full crap minus the bad jokes?" And I love it that he does mean recap, but it's still applicable.
I think it's probably the same thing, to be absolutely honest. And Anthony's in Southampton.
Literally.
There you go.
Me.
Exactly.
That's where I am.
Sorry, unlucky.
Careful, Anthony. He might pop round yours in a minute, and then you're in real trouble. Mind you, I might get rid of him then. That'd be brilliant.
Anthony, you haven't got a club, have you?
It's like that film, It Follows. You're just trying to pass the cursor.
Cheers.
Leon was showing off some of his Austrians. He did a video on this as well.
Leon, how many Austrians has he got left? He can't have that many. He's painted so many, hasn't he?
You have.
Yeah. No, technically, I've only got 2 battalions worth left, so I'm good. I'm good.
Some lovely terrain from Mark.
Yeah,
really
I saw
good
that.
stuff.
It's absolutely
This is
stunning.
just awesome. They look like they're MDF, but he's obviously put coatings all over them and made them look really good.
Very, very nice.
Awesome. Matt showing off his Earl of Essex regiment.
Are those 15 mil?
I was going to say, Matt, mate, they're in the wrong scale.
Wrong scale, mate.
15 mil, mate.
You do them in the right scale next time, please, Matt.
I would have. I mean, look, he's done that. It's a large block. I mean, they look awesome. But
they do look fantastic, don't they?
They're gonna be charging right into the starfort.
Many pointy sticks.
Nathan did some KGL stuff, which looks nice as well. Oh, and something for you, Steve. Here we go. Neil's Lancers.
Oh, lovely stuff.
They look sweet. And every time I see them, I think, oh, they look really fun. And no, put it down, Dom. Step away.
Step away.
Step away.
The KGO had green jackets as well, then, did they?
They did, yes.
Yeah. That's like the ones in Lahey. You remember the ones that I chased you around the border with for a while?
Yeah, those things.
yeah, them.
Nick, this is his Joan of Arc, British Legion. If you've watched his channel, the Joan of Arc. These are 15 mil. Just amazing stuff. It's
a good game as well. It's a really good game.
Is it?
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Need to see more boats, Nick. Get some more boaty game on the go. I love it. He loved his Japanese stuff. That was awesome, wasn't it?
Was it,
what do you call it? Not the windy boat game, the power boat game that me and Don play.
The boat game with submarines.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. The boat game with submarines.
Victory at Sea.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I can't even remember which one it is.
He was the bugger that got me really into it, though, because I was watching his video. It's like, oh, those Japanese look good. I was thinking, I could do it, bro. Thinking about the Royal Navy and stuff. And I was like, oh, it does sound good.
Leon's got he's got pound sign of battalions. He says 3 battalions of infantry and 4 regiments of cavalry to go. So there you go.
Oh, it's the 4 regiments of cavalry would make me feel sick.
What else we got here? Paul was inspired by your Normans and showing off his Saracens.
Very nice.
They're very nice.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what I've got. I mean, they are cool. I do.
They're the Griffin Beast plastics, aren't they? I think.
Yeah.
I recognise those. They're really nice. Really nice. Paul showing off his Russians.
Extra marks for billowing flags.
Billowing flags, definitely.
Billowing flags. If anyone can, I don't know. I want to meet that person that said that on Leon's. I said that to Leon. I don't want to like have a go at them. I just want to have just a discussion with them.
I'd just like to know what was going through their mind to think that billowing flags were wrong. I just don't get it. No, I agree with you. Phil,
someone said that was wrong.
Yeah,
they said why would you? I think the gist of it, and I'm probably paraphrasing Leon here. What I get is that they basically said, why would you spend that money on that flag and then scrunch it up, basically, and not
because it looks fucking awesome.
Yeah,
that's why.
There we go. That's all the argument you need, because it looks fucking awesome. God. We should send you to the sort of war zones of the world just to sort out.
I would sort world.
I
would be able to sort world peace. They just haven't employed me yet.
You'd either cause more wars than you started, or you cure them. I'm not quite sure which, really. So this is Phil's Marines. Look really, really good.
Very nice.
I do like them, and I'm not sure whether it's the same Phil or not. But this is his Fallschirmjäger.
Oh, it's Fallschirmjäger.
Yeah, nice.
Really sweet. Simon, I don't know what they are, guys.
They're Knolls. They're Knolls.
Okay. They're Knolls.
They're Knolls. From,
obviously, they're Knolls.
I think they're the plastic set from the people who make Frostgrave. I can't remember their name. North Star. So they're multi-part. And I'll tell you what, one thing that's good, because when I used to play things like played a lot more Dungeons and Dragons, Knolls are always something you never bloody find miniatures for, but weren't really expensive. So one day.
Steve was showing off his AK-47 figures, which I think he's done some videos. I have to say I haven't watched it yet, but they're 15 mil, I think, Peter Pig figures, and I think he said he did lots of conversions on them, which look really cool. I do like the trucks with the recoilless rifles on them, or whatever they are. That looks really good. Something for Ken. It's a French ultramarine. French ultramarine there.
What a beautiful paint job though.
Yeah.
From Stephen. Really good job.
Look at that sword. Look at that sword.
Amazing.
Yeah, amazing. Stephen, you can paint me an army like that, mate. That'd be awesome. you catch me playing 40k just to show them off. Jesus.
And then talking about some big choppers, there's Tony Phillips's Great Swordsman.
They were really, really cool.
They Warhammer figures.
They're old Empire.
Yeah,
even I recognise them.
That's what I'm using for my
sweet
War.
I've got a box full of those. I was using them for some grim dark kit bashing years ago.
Our good friend Sean is sending me some more figures that he found. Yeah. No, but they're figures that I've wanted for a long time. Nah, there are some figures that I wanted for a very long time. Yes, I will very much enjoy doing those. And they, yes.
We need to because I know things. So, has anyone guessed what Steve's project
was?
Yes.
Did someone get
it?
Did someone guess it? I don't know that. I've
kept an eye. I've kept an eye.
I don't know that they have. Have they, Steve? I haven't seen any.
I have not seen it. No.
Ken will just.
There's one person. There's one person in the chat that I feel is going to be.
Yes, he's going to be kicking.
We'll be after this. We'll be kindred spirits. I tell you. Right.
Go on then.
So the secret project.
Have we got a drum roll somewhere?
No,
we haven't.
Very quick backstory. I was infinitely jealous of the speed and quality that my 3 comrades here were getting through black powder. So I was like, I want a black powder army, but I don't want to do Napoleonic French. Let's do something really simple with not many colors that I can paint really pretty quickly.
Guess the it.
Louis babies. Oh, Jesus.
Prussian landwear.
I painted 12 and then
Russians. You put Russian?
I painted 3. So I was going to do bases of 6. I completed 12 and then I got to the next 6 and then I decided I'd lost the will to live.
You had lost the will.
How many did you buy? Was it just the one box?
Oh, it's just the box.
Oh, you sensible man. You sensible man.
But when I painted the first 6, I blasted through those in a couple of hours. I was like, my God, these were dead easy. And
yeah, I remember you saying. I was like, what did be so easy, Steve?
I did the next 6. I was like, do you know what? That's why I said to Ken, I'll have the entire army done in about 6 or 7 weeks. Then I sat down to the next 6, and I'm not joking. It wasn't even painting demotivation. I just went, I can't do this anymore. I like a bit of challenge when it comes to painting.
They are probably some of the most boring things to do, aren't they?
Apparently, Carl got it.
Did he?
We'll have to look back through the chat. I didn't see it.
But if you did, you will have a T-shirt.
You will have a T-shirt. We will check it out.
But fear not, these are still getting used.
They're going to be turned into turnips, are they?
Yes. I'm going to be giving them new heads involving plague masks and pumpkins and just all kinds of.
Oh, you've really wound up Louis now. Look, he's going on. He said they'll suck the life out of you. Russian vampires.
I'm not joking. I don't know how. I mean, massive props for the amount that you painted. I'd have been reaching for the. I'd have been drinking Tipex and Toilet Duck if I just painted that.
I still didn't find it that bad, but I will be. I
painted them as Russians, so I don't know whether that made it easier or not. But yeah, I didn't mind painting. It was so easy.
Apparently, got it just before. Hang on, I'm just going to go back.
We're going to have a look. Anyway, we are right. We're way beyond our time. 4 minutes.
We're into OT.
Steve needs to get on to get some
coffee.
He can't manage without coffee for more than 2 hours, poor Steve.
No.
Anyway, thank you so much indeed for everybody who joined. Appreciate it. Please hit the subscribe, like, and all that kind of thing, and make sure you subscribe to all 4 of us, please. Thanks very much for joining. The rubbish that we churn out on a Monday night as ever. We thoroughly enjoy it, even if you do. Even if you guys don't, we have a laugh.
We love it.
Thank you very much indeed.
We do.
So it's you next week, Martin?
It is me next week. And so, yeah, because we probably won't be able to, I don't know, maybe that's it for Facebook, but 8 o'clock over on Seventh Sun. And
Seventh Sun channel.
We'll,
next Monday.
And if, that's it, you might not know what it's about. Maybe we'll have a guest. Maybe we won't. I don't know.
Maybe we just make it up on the fly like we normally do. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe 2 hours of trains.
Don't it? Oh, that would be good.
We're not going to talk about trains. We are not talking about trains. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate everyone watching on replay.
See you next week.
Oh, shut it up, somebody. Bye. Stay safe. Bye-bye.
See you now. Bye.